Hey everybody, what the hell, Justin here. Today I'm going to be starting a spotlight on some interesting free indie games that I've come across. These videos will be something of just like a first impression take on the games. I read the articles of them, and they kind of caught my eye, but we'll just have the video be my first exposure to the games themselves. Today we're going to be looking at The Rapture is Here and You Will Be Forcibly Removed from Your Home. I mean, come on, with a title like that, you can't go wrong, right? I'm not going to show very much of this particular title, as it's only about 20 minutes in length if you do from start to end. I just had to take a look at it. It has some Lovecraftian themes to it, and that's really all it takes to get my attention. I'll post a link down below if it seems like something you might be interested in trying yourself. But let's go ahead and hop in and take a look. Pretty basic controls. Basically all you do, see there's a noisy nothingness descending from the sky, and you gotta run around and just kind of check out the world, see what's all there. You see those color bubbles? I checked it out enough to see what was kind of the gist here, and you just gotta get up to those and it'll actually recite basically passages from Lovecraft novels, Call of Cthulhu and all that. So I'll run up to this one here and just give you a sample of that.
The natural leadership, which with my uncle procured the instruments from the laboratories of Brown University and the Cranston Street Armory and instinctively assumed direction of our venture, was a marvelous commentary on the potential vitality and resilience of a man of 81. Elihu Whipple had lived according to the hygienic laws he had preached as a physician, and but for what happened later, would be here in full vigor today.
So yeah, you have commentary like that, each one of those. From what I was able to tell in about the 5 minutes I put into it prior, each one of those that's a different color is actually a different narrator and a different book. So I guess the whole premise here is you just run around, try and find them all, and get the passages and hear the Lovecraftian stories happening there before this overwhelming noisy nothingness consumes the world and basically ends the game. So it's kind of more a visual novel, I guess. You couldn't really say it's a game. It's not rife with gameplay. You can run, you can jump for no apparent reason. You can't even see your character, so I mean, it's not super in-depth here. But still, it's pretty interesting. I got a kick out of playing it. And from what I gathered, I actually haven't put, like I said, more than about 5 minutes into it here, but prior to recording, I just needed to make sure I could test the audio and all that, but from what I gathered, as time progresses, that big nothingness, I don't want to look directly at it so it doesn't do that super noisy, grindy again here. Oh, I guess you can zoom with the right click. That's interesting. But yeah, as time goes on, that grows ever bigger. So and then you just run around, you try and find all those passages. I think when I tried it out last time, I ran from that first one next to that pillar that doesn't make any sense. I ran off in that direction, so I'm just gonna go this way here. Ah, Jesus. It's not even like a scary noise, but when you're not expecting it to go off, it's not a pleasant noise, I guess, for lack of a better term. I like how the fog just sinks into the ground as you approach it. And see, I'm almost wondering if this game, or visual novel, or whatever you want to call it, might have just been like a test project for the developer, and just try and get familiarized with Unity, or something like that. I mean, that'd be my guess anyway, with something that's such a short duration. But I mean, it looks good, all things considered. Okay, I guess there's an invisible wall there. We won't be going to the other side of that fence. So I might have been better off just running in the other direction where I initially had gone the first time. I know if you hold shift, you run. I can't see any reason not to. There doesn't seem to be any sort of stamina meter or anything like that. get a kick out of the music. It's not something I'd necessarily go out of my way for on a regular basis, but it's pretty decently made music, and I know the developer, who I'll also link to his site down in the description, has set it up so you can download the soundtrack for the game. I'm not 100% certain if it's free. I'd imagine it is. The game's free. I'm just going to stop, see if I can actually see that thing growing any bigger. Oh yeah, it's slowly. So yeah, from what I can see, it doesn't seem like the map's particularly large. I guess I don't know how far it goes off in that direction. Like I said, as I understand it, it's just you have that 20 minutes or so before the nothingness that consumes the sky consumes the world as well. And in that time, you just try and find all those waypoints, get some good old Lovecraft stories read to you in different narrator voices. The hell? Did I just get struck by... Okay, I'm just gonna keep on running. The environment, I mean, all told, it's pretty basic, but still, I don't know, I find it has a pretty nice aesthetic appeal to it here. And it's obviously not top-of-the-line graphics, but that doesn't matter. It feels still right, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Lighting's a bit weird if this overwhelming shadow is blocking up the sun, yet the shadow seems to be going that way still. I can say if it was just a practice project, you can't be too nitpicky. I think I'm just going to beeline over for that one there. We'll get another passage or two in. So there's not a whole lot more to show. This is, in essence, what this game is. But I think it's just definitely a fun way to kill 20 minutes, especially since you don't have to pay for it. And if this was something I actually had to pay for, then I think I'd be singing entirely different. Oh, that looks nice. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense given what the terrain actually is, but it looks neat. Alright, so let's have a listen here to this one here.
Had I, in full hideous fact, been drawn back to a pre-human world of 150 million years ago, in those dark, baffling days of the amnesia? Had my present body been the vehicle of a frightful, alien consciousness from Paleogean gulfs of time? Had I, as the captive mind of those shambling horrors, indeed known that accursed city of stone in its primordial heyday, and wriggled down those familiar corridors in the lonesome shape of my captor? Were those tormenting dreams of more than 20 years ago the offspring of stark, monstrous memories?
Okay. I thought the context of whatever that story is supposed to be from, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's see if this one... I think it's the same color as that last one. It'll be the same narrator then. Jesus. I don't understand. Am I being struck by lightning? Is something happening? Because there's like an earthquake after the fact too. Oh, neat. A ritualistic stone circle. Nothing wrong can happen here.
My name is Nathaniel Wingate Peasley, and those who recall the newspaper tales of a generation back, or the letters and articles in psychological journals 6 or 7 years ago, will know who and what I am. The press was filled with the details of my strange amnesia in 1908 until 1913.
Just take the hand out. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be growing all that fast, so I guess I'm not sure. Let's run off, do one more of these, and just take a look at the rest of the environment here, and then I think that should be enough. I don't want to spoil too much if this seems like something you might be interested in playing for yourself.
It was on Thursday, May 14th, 1908, that the queer amnesia came. The thing was quite sudden, though later I realized that certain brief, glimmering visions of several hours previous, chaotic visions which disturbed me greatly because they are so unprecedented, must have formed premonitory symptoms. My head was aching, and I had a singular feeling, altogether new to me, that someone else was trying to get possession of my thoughts. The collapse occurred around 10:20 a.m. I slumped down unconscious in my chair, in a stupor from which no one could arouse me. Nor did my rightful faculties again look out upon the daylight of our normal world for 5 years, 4 months, and 13 days. It is of course from others that I have learned what followed.
Makes me jump every single time. What the hell? I wonder if I'm like staring up. Does it matter where I am? Could I stare straight up and have it hit me? Is it lightning? Find out what it is? I don't know. Alright. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll pick it back up once that thing up there has gotten a little bit larger so we can see what it looks like as you get a little bit closer to that 20-minute mark. So alright, I decided to try and run around so I could kill some time while we were waiting for that thing to get larger, and what I actually ended up doing is falling outside a border you're supposed to be able to get past. Saw those rock ledges and I ran up them and I fell down. And now I can't get back up, and I'm wedged into this little pocket corner of the world where I'm completely unable to see where the shadow is. But just the same, I think that might be better left unspoiled if this seems like something that you might want to check out for yourself. So we're just going to call it there, so there you have it. Once again, the game is called The Rapture Has Come, and you'll be forcibly removed from your home. Say it's a pretty basic experience, but I find it to be enjoyable, at least to kill a little bit of time. And again, I'll post a link down for the download down in the description below. So make sure to show the developer a little love. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is just a test project or anything. I noticed on his site he had a couple other free-to-download games. So you could go ahead and, oh Jesus, it's struck by lightning again. Alright, so yeah, you can definitely check out his site if the other 2 games he has posted there that are also free to download seem like something that might be up your alley. I'd say definitely give him a try and give the guy the credit he deserves. So with that said, once again, this has been What the Hell Justin, and thank you very much for watching.